Good morning to my dear students. Hope that you remember what we discussed in the last class. In the last class, we just had a detailed session about past perfect continuous, and we also discussed the main difference between past perfect continuous and past continuous. Both are under past tense and both are referring to continuing action. Even though both of them come under past tense, both of them are indicating a continuous action. There is a slight difference. So, that difference actually we discussed in the last class, and I hope that you all are familiar with what we discussed in the last class. Okay. Now, let us continue with another grammatical portion which included in the same chapter immediately after the portion on past perfect continuous. Okay. Now, let us move on to the next grammatical item included in the same chapter. So, here we are going with future symbol. So, all of you please take page number 97 and future symbol. Future symbol. So, as I mentioned in the last class, we can find that tense can be divided into three broader category. Okay, first one present, then past, then future. And in the last class, we also just mentioned that again each tense can be divided into four subcategories. Okay, what are they? Yeah, simple, continuous, perfect continuous. Okay, what are they? Simple, continuous, perfect continuous. Similarly, we have simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous. Simple past, past continuous, past perfect and past perfect continuous, and simple future, future continuous, future perfect and future perfect continuous. And in the last class we just mentioned about, we clearly mentioned about past continuous and past perfect continuous. Okay. Now, we are going with the next one, simple future. Okay, simple future. Before going to get into simple future, let us have a look at the structure of simple future. Okay, let us have a look at the structure of simple future or future simple. Yeah, we will have a subject, then will or shall, and V1 first form of the verb, and we will have an object. So, this is actually the structure of future symbol. So, you have to be very familiar with the structure of the future symbol, then only you will be able to get familiar with the structure of the sentence. So, we have subject, then will or shall depending on the situation, then we have V1 form, then we have object. Now, let us go for analyzing a few examples. Okay. So, this is actually the structure of future symbol: subject, will or shall plus V1 plus object. Now, let us look at some examples which we are going to discuss. Look at the first example: I shall be 20 on next Sunday. Okay. So, this is completely related with something that happens or something that going to happen in future time. I shall be 20 next Sunday. That means I am going to turn 20 on next Sunday. Okay. So, look, I is subject, then we have shall. That is what I already mentioned, that will or shall depending on the situation. So, when it is I, we normally use shall. So, I shall, then V1, B is actually the V1 form of the verb, B is actually the short form of become or becoming or becomes. Okay. So, I shall be 20, the object. Okay. So, this is actually the structure of future symbol. So, you have to be familiar with the structure of the future symbol in order to know things better. Okay. Look at these examples. It will be Diwali in a week. Yeah, we will know our exam results in May. So, all these are actually referring to something that is not happened at the present, but it is likely to be happened within a particular period of time. So, this all refer to an action that is going to happen in the future. That means, it will be Diwali in a week. Within a week, yeah, Diwali will come. Then we will know our exam results in May. So, we are going to know our results in May. Okay. So, look at the structure. We have subject, then we have will or shall according to the situation. So, here it is will. So, we use will along with it and we. Okay. So, it will or we will. Then B is actually the V1 form, then we have object. Okay. Then here no is actually the V1 form, then we have object. So, this is actually the structure of future symbol. Now, please take page number 97 and let us go with the things described there. There are several ways to talk about the future in English. So, that is actually the point which we are going to learn. Without using future symbol, we can also speak about future actions. That thing which we are going to learn right now. Anyway, look at the things given there. There are several ways to talk about the future in English. We use will and shall to refer to future time. So, generally an action that is going to happen in future times will be denoted by using will and shall. That means through future symbol. But it is said that there are other ways, there are several ways or there are other ways to speak about future actions. Okay. Look at the examples. The minister will be in Dubai on Tuesday, as we just discussed. The minister is the subject, then will is actually the will or shall form, then be is actually the V1 form, then in Dubai on Tuesday. Then okay. So, and then look at the next one. The negative of will is won't or will not. Example, I won't tell anyone what you said. The negative of shall is shan't or shall not. Example, I shan't be at home tomorrow. We can simply construct the negative sentences in future simple with the help of this structure. Subject plus will or shall plus not form plus V1 plus object. Now look at the examples given in your textbook. The first one, I won't tell anyone what you said. I won't tell anyone what you said. Okay. Look at the example. Subject I, then won't, will not, won't. Will not is equal to won't. Then V1 tell. Then object. So in that way, using this structure, we can form the negative sentences in future simple. Simply speaking, will plus not or shall plus not. Will plus not is known as won't or will not, and shall plus not is known as shan't or shall not. Again, look at the other example. I shan't be at home tomorrow. Again, I subject, then shall not, shan't, then V1 be and home object. Okay. So in that way we can create the negative form of sentences using will not and shall not in future simple. Okay. Now you have to be very familiar with the thing which is given in the box. Read. Note that we do not use shall with he, she, it, you, they. When you speak or when you write subjects like they, you, it, she, he, we do not use shall. We use will. We say he will, she will, it will, you will, and they will. So when you start a sentence with the subject he or she or it or you or they, you are supposed to use the will form. Okay, we are not supposed to use shall along with these subjects like he, she, it, you, they. But shall is used when we are drafting questions. Look at the thing which is given here. However, we use shall, not will, in the questions shall I and shall be, especially for offers and suggestions. Okay, so listen, and shall is used when we are speaking about an offer or a suggestion. Okay, see for example, take the sentence given in your textbook, offer. Shall I help you with the packing? Okay, so this is actually an offer. Shall I help you with the packing? So when we are speaking or when we are providing some offer, we can use shall. Then at the same time, suggestion. Yeah. Look at the example. Shall we take the other route? Shall we take the other route? Maybe it is very short or maybe it is very fine. So, shall we take the other route? So, there it is a suggestion. So, there also shall comes. So, in order to, if we are drafting a question, especially if we are providing an offer or we are giving a suggestion, shall is used. Okay, that is actually the point mentioned in the box. So, you have to be aware about this point. Okay, now I am coming back to the first sentence which is written in your textbook under the heading future simple. What is the sentence? There are several ways to talk about the future in English. Yeah, we just discussed that in order to speak about a future action that is going to happen in a future period of time, we normally use future symbol, or simply saying we can present a future action, or we can present an action that is going to happen with the use of or with the help of will or shall in a sentence. But here it is said that there are several ways to speak about the future in English. Now let us have a look at what are the other ways to speak about the future in English. Okay. Now before going to discuss that in detail, let us have a look at these examples. The college opens on 23rd November and I am going to Shimla tomorrow. Now tell me in which tense these sentences are written. Take the case of the first one. The college opens on 23rd November. So by looking at the position of the verb, we can easily say that this sentence is written in simple present. Why? Because here, opens is actually the present form of the verb. When the present form of the verb is used with the subject, it is an example of simple present. So this sentence is written in simple present. And when coming to the second example, I am going to Shimla. By looking at the position of the verb, we can easily say that it is an example of present continuous. Why? Because here we have a subject, then we have an auxiliary verb, then we have the main verb, then we have the ing form. So it refers to an action that is continuing, that is continuously happening at a present period of time. Okay, so here it is an example of a present continuous. Now this is not actually my topic of discussion. You have to keep in mind that this sentence is written in simple present and this sentence is written in present continuous. Okay. Now please come back to the meaning of these sentences. The college, now before that you have to remember that when we use simple present and when we use present continuous. Simple present can be used when we are speaking about something that happens every day, or this tense is used when we are speaking about a universal truth. See, for example, I wake up at 5:30 a.m. every day, or I wake up at 5:30 a.m. I subject wake up, present form of the verb. So that sentence is actually written in simple present. That means it refers to an action that happens every day. Every day I used to wake up at 5:30 a.m. I go to school. Every day I go to school. Then I go to my workplace. Every day I go to my workplace. So simple present is used to speak about something that happens daily. Then the sun rises in the east and sun sets in the west. The earth revolves around the sun. So these are all universal fact. So in order to speak about universal fact, we can also use simple present. So you have to keep in mind that simple present is used to speak about something that happens every day and something speaking about some universal truth or facts. Then coming to the second one, I am going to Shimla tomorrow. Present continuous. Present continuous is used to speak about a continuous action that is happening at the period of speaking. I am teaching. It is happening right now at the time when I made a comment that I am teaching. So present continuous can be used to speak about a continuous action that is happening at the time of speaking. Okay. Now you have to keep all these things in your mind. Now we are actually coming back to its meaning area. Okay, simple present, and this sentence is written in present continuous. Now take the meaning. The college opens on 23rd November. Is it something related with a daily action, or is it something related with a universal fact? I am going to Shimla. Is it something related with a continuous action that is happening at the time of speaking? No. In both of these sentences, it has a future connotation. It has a future connotation. That means the college opens on 23rd November means the college is not opened yet. It will be opened on 23rd. So it refers to a future action. Then I am going to Shimla tomorrow. Presently I haven't gone. Presently I am at my home. I haven't gone, but tomorrow I will go. So it refers to a future connotation. It refers to something that is going to happen in a future period of time. So that is actually my topic of discussion here. That is, it is presented here that sometimes there are several ways to talk about the future in English. That is what under the heading future simple, it is said that, it is written that there are several ways to talk about the future in English. And what are the ways? Yeah, we can use simple present, and at the same time we can use present continuous in order to speak about an action that is going to happen in a future period of time. So this is actually it is said that there are several ways to talk about the future in English. Now let us come back to the examples given in your textbook. We often use the present continuous with the future meaning. That is what I said here. This is Sania Mirza's diary for next week. So this is actually Sania Mirza's timetable or time schedule for the coming week. She is playing a match on Monday afternoon. She is meeting the press on Tuesday afternoon. Both these actions are not yet completed. It is going to happen. So even though it is going to happen, it is given there in present continuous. Is playing, is meeting. That is, I said that sometimes present continuous can be used in a future meaning. Okay. Now we often use the present simple with a future meaning. That is what I mentioned here. Simple present with a future meaning. We are only allowed to use simple present in order to speak about a future action only in some special occasions. What are the occasions? When we are speaking about timetables, when we are speaking about programs. Then let us have a detailed discussion on that. Now please look at the examples which I am going to write now. So these are the contexts we are allowed to use simple present with a future meaning. Okay. Now let us have a look at the examples I am going to write. Okay, now please have a look at these examples. First one, the film starts at 6:30 p.m. and finishes at 9:30 p.m. Here it is spoken about a program, or we can say that it is about a timetable. So the film starts at 6:30 p.m. and finishes at 9:30 p.m. Because it is about a program, something which is going to happen. We use simple present with a future meaning. Then look at the second example. When does the next train leave for Chennai? Already one train just missed. Then the speaker is asking, when is the next train? So when does the next train leave for Chennai? Written in simple present. Only because it is speaking about a timetable, the time schedule about the train. Okay, so when does the next train leave for Chennai? That means the next train is not left it is going to live, and the narrator is asking about the time schedule, timetable. So, in that way the sentence can be written or spoken in simple present with a future meaning. So, and coming back to this one, clauses with. If you are writing a sentence, especially having clauses with if, unless, when, while, as, before, after, until, by the time, as soon as, you can also use simple present with a future meaning. And you have to remember that this particular rule is not included in your textbook. So, you have to write this rule in your notebook, and you have to be aware with the application of this rule. So, now look at the example. I have already said that, if a sentence having clauses with if, unless, when, while, as, before, after, until, by the time, as soon as, we can use simple present with a future meaning. See, I won't go out if it rains. So, here the sentence has a clause with if it rains. So, if a sentence having the clause with if, simple present will be taken a future meaning. Here it rains, even though the sentence is written in simple present, it has a future meaning. That means if it rains, it is not raining, it will be raining. If it will be raining, I won't come out. Okay. So, in that occasion or in that context, simple present is used with a future meaning or future connotation. So, the context is when, clauses with if, unless, when, while, as, before, after, until, by the time, as soon as. So, I have already constructed a sentence in simple present with if clause having a future meaning. So, immediately after this class, you are asked to construct sentences in simple present, using unless, when, while, as, before, after, until, by the time, as soon as, having a future meaning. Okay, that is actually your work. Okay. So, we have so far discussed that there are several ways to speak about the future in English. Okay. So, we have already mentioned that simple present and present continuous can sometimes be used with a future meaning. So, this is the another way of talking about future in English, going to. Now, take your textbook. We use going to when we say what we have already decided to do or what we intend to do in the future. So, this going to can also be used in a future sense, can also be used in a future connotation. So, for example, going to is used to speak about something which we decided to do or something which we intend to do in the future. So, it has two connotations. The first one is something which we decided to do and something which we intend to do. Okay. Both are referring to something that is going to happen in the future. Okay. I am going to watch the movie. See you soon. So, that action is not happen, it is going to happen. So, when I say I am going to watch the movie, see you soon, with the use of going to, I can express an action in future. Okay. Similarly, I am going to complete my English assignment before 6:30 p.m. tomorrow. So, that means I am intending, I am planning to complete my English assignment. So, that action is not happened so far, it is going to happen. Okay. So, in that way, when we are speaking about an action that we have decided to do or about an action we are actually intending to do, we can use going to, and in such occasions this going to actually takes a future meaning. Okay. So, look at the examples. There is a war film on TV this evening. Are you going to watch it? Are you going to watch it? That means, are you intending to watch it? Are you planning to watch it? Okay. So, in that way, we can express the future meaning with the use of going to. And you have to be also familiar with the structure of this going to. Okay, there is a structure for the use of this going to, and what is that? Please note down. Look at the structure of the usage going to. Be going to plus base form of the verb. So, please let me to explain this structure with the use of an example. Take the example given in your textbook itself. I am going to listen to classical music. I am going to listen to classical music. Okay, listen. Be going to. Am is actually the be form. Then we have going to. So, see here also going to. Then base form of the verb listen. Listen is actually the base form. That means V1 base form. It is not listened, it is not listening, but it is listen. So, base form of the verb. So, whenever you are using going to in a future sense, you have to strictly follow this structure, be going to plus base form of the verb. So, I am going to listen to classical music. So, here we have am as the be form, then going to, then listen as the base form of the verb. Okay. Then going to also has another meaning. Look at this situation. So, look at the situation, next situation given in your textbook. The visually impaired man can't see where he is going. There is a hole in front of him. I am afraid he is going to fall into the hole. What is actually the meaning of going to there? Likely to happen. That means probability of happening that. What is actually the probability of the action here? Yeah, he is afraid that he may fall into the hole. Okay. So, that means there also it has a future meaning, going to fall. The man has not fallen into the hole, but he is going to fall. That means there is a probability of happening it. The action is not completed, but there is a probability of happening that action. Here in this situation, going to is used with a meaning that there is the probability of happening something. Okay. Now, turn over the page. We use going to in this way when we say what we think will happen. That is what I just mentioned, that probability of happening something. So, here is the probability of happening something. What is actually the probability of action here? Yeah, I am afraid that he may fall into the hole. Okay, now please take page number 98 and look at the second set of exercises given in page number 98, the D section. Fill in the blanks in these dialogues using the will or the going to form of the verbs given in the brackets. So, here 5 circumstances, 5 occasions are given here. So, you have to complete all those sentences using the appropriate what? You can complete the sentences using either will or going to. So, before going to complete the sentences, you have to keep in mind that will is used to speak about an action that is going to happen in the future, and going to can be used in 3 situations. Going to can be used to speak about something you decided to do, something you intend to do, and something likely to happen. That means when there is a probability of happening something. Okay. So, with that knowledge you can complete all those 5 sentences. Look at the example given there. Rama, why are you turning on the radio? A question is asked to Rama that why are you turning on the radio? Then look at the answer. Meenakshi says that I am going to listen to the news. Rama asked Meenakshi that, yeah, why are you changing the channel? Then Meenakshi said that, yeah, I am going to listen to news. That means she is decided to listen, or she is intended to listen to the news. Then look at the next one. Mohan, oh, I can't buy this book. I haven't got any money. So, Mohan said that actually I am interested in buying this book, but I don't have enough money with me. Then Mujib said that don't worry, I will lend you some. With that money you can buy the text. So, their will is suitable there. So, similarly in that way you have to complete the 5 sentences using the correct form of will or going to. Okay. I think it is a time to wind up because we have discussed so many things. So, I think it is a time to wind up. Anyway, thank you. Have a nice day.